Air. What's up, everybody? Yo, this is your boy PS3 World. Today I have a guest with me today. Um, Robbie B's in the building, and we have a review of Brothers in Arms Hell on the Highway. Yeah, so Hell's Highway. My fault, tripping. Um, I'm gonna ask him some questions about the game. Robbie, what do you think about the graphics and the story part of the game? I think it's a good World War II shooter. What you think about the game?
Well, I've only been playing since yesterday, and from what I've seen in the story, it's actually really good. I actually like the story a lot better than Call of Duty 2, because, most Call of Duty stories are just, run and gun shoot, but Brothers in Arms has a really emotional story, to where, you actually feel real emotional about all the characters, and, these guys are actually, real brothers. So, it does require, like GameSpot said, it does require a lot of knowledge from the last games to know the story, but, I started up, and it's like previously in Brothers in Arms, and it tells you stuff which I had no idea what was going on, but, I just played the game more, to find out, and now I know pretty much everyone in the squad. So the story's actually pretty well done. It's the best World War II story I've ever seen. Very emotional, very dramatic, very, how do I put this, energetic, I guess. And now for the graphics part-wise, it's actually pretty good looking. There are some problems in the cutscenes, though, where there is quite a bit of texture popping, and there are some hiccups. Like, you'll see a map, and there's nothing on it, and then, it'll just appear, the scribble or whatever. So there are some texture popping. There's a little bit hiccups. But other than that, the graphics and in-game, graphics. So, overall, graphics are really good. Besides, like I said, a couple of hiccups and, frame rate issues. And the story is very well done.
Okay. My personal take on it, I think the graphics is good. Besides the story, the multiplayer, is okay. I'll give the multiplayer 6.5. The story for me, I get an 8.5. Story is pretty good. Graphics is pretty good, except for the few hiccups every there and now and again. But basically, it's a good game. So overall, I give it an 8.5. I think that's a good score for that game. But let's talk about some more games. Actually, I was really concerned about Resistance 2, man. Resistance 2 is looking pretty good. In my personal take on it, I think it's way much better than the first Resistance, and they have upgraded so much things, and most def #1 contender for Game of the Year, man. But what do you think about Resistance 2? You have any take on it?
What do I think about Resistance 2? I definitely think it looks a lot better than the first. I wasn't that excited about it, but whenever I saw the Resistance 2 party they had, I saw some footage from GameSpot, game shows, what have you. I was a lot more excited about it, and it was a lot gorier than I expected it to be. Because from what I see in the pre-beta build that they have on Game Trailers TV a couple months back, whenever he shot them, it was just kind of like dust that came out of them. But now, it's actually pretty bloody, as you've seen with the splicer, cutting off limbs and what have you. There's actually this one scene in one of the cutscenes from the beginning of the game where they showed some footage where there's this creature called the Chameleon, and he's like this, kind of like a bear, I guess, sort of, and he cloaks, and he came behind this guy, and he sticks his claw inside him, and he rips him in half, and there's lots of blood and everything. It looks really nice. And basically what you have to do is you have to, they sneak up on you, so you should have your shotgun ready, and then you get a couple seconds before they see and pounce on you, and you gotta unload a shell into their chest. So I think the weapons look better. I saw some co-op footage. It looks a lot like Team Fortress 2, which is good because I enjoyed Team Fortress 2. Multiplayer looks good. The new Magnum weapon that shows off looks good. What's not really new, I think they showed off the E3 also, but they showed off like the secondary and stuff. Anyway, looks a lot better than first, and I'll be looking forward to that on November 4th.
Okay. Me personally, I think Resistance 2, as I said before, is pretty awesome. Everybody should, pick that up. I mean, that's a must. That's a must-have. On top of that, I'm more excited over Gears 2 for all the Xbox 360 owners over there. Yeah. That game is freaking epic. I mean, everything, is just like redone from like the story to the multiplayer, and the graphics is slightly improved. As I was reading an article today, actually, Cliffy stated that they're pushing the 360 hardware, and they're using a lot of RAM power, to push the game. So I think Gears 2, Most Def, is another #1 contender for this year. Apart from that, there's a couple multi-platform games out there that, you can give it a rent. Mirror's Edge, New IP, Far Cry, World at War, Dead Space, all those games you can give a rent. Mirror's Edge, as I mentioned before, those games are pretty good games to pick up if you want to rent or so. But apart from that, and also, all Sony fans is required to pick up LBP. If you don't pick up LBP, something is definitely wrong with you. So, pick LBP up.
About the no create mode. Yeah, well, let's just say, we know that some of you Little Big Planet fans, like me and Mars and ourselves, we're both big Little Big Planet fans, and we were kind of disappointed, granted, about the no create mode, but, we got over it, and, you're going to be playing, single player levels too, and you can always download the player created levels, so you can create a player level online. Your friend can kind of download it, or not download, you just can play it. He goes to it, he plays it. I mean, he can invite you, and you can join, and you can both play that level together. So there's not no multiplayer in there. They just took out the create mode, which my guess for the mode, it's coming out in less than a month. Because I'm knowing Sony and me, Marco, and they're both good companies, so I think that's coming out in less than a month.
Okay. Pretty much, and for all the Sony fans out there that thinks, that SOCOM, is actually, SOCOM is a mediocre shooting game, but I will sure pick it up for the headset, because I think the headset is freaking epic. Apart from that, you can just buy that game, trade it in, get, $35 store credit.
Well, basically, you're only paying, for the headset, because it's $60 for the bundle. The headset's $50.
Yeah. So
basically, you're getting a $10, decent game. So I played the beta, and it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth $60.
Okay. And please, all the Sony fans out there, please pre-order the Resistance 2, okay, to get the beta key, because that game is going to be crazy. Also, make sure you guys take part in the Killzone 2 open closed beta, okay, because that's going to be epic too. And before we go, I have one more thing to add to this, because we're running 8 minutes and 44 seconds on this video, so YouTube only requires 10 minutes. So I just want to say this. This year, is a pretty good year for video games. There's a lot of disappointing games that came out this year that I was really pissed about. And GTA 4 is one of the biggest letdowns, I think, because they lied about a lot of stuff. Also, Fable 2, for all the Fable 2 fans and RPG fans out there. Molyneux lied again, about the co-op, which they showed it at E3, which I think is pathetic. And my very good friend over here, Robbie, he wanted to buy it. So, pretty much,
now they've announced no co-op until, they're talking about coming it out with the same week as the game launches, but that's if the latest day of the week is Sunday, so it'd be only 5 days, so it doesn't make any sense to me.
Alright, so we're going 9 minutes and 46 seconds off, so thank y'all, subscribe, leave comments, and peace.
Peace.